The African leopard, interesting facts about them. What are leopards? These large carnivores are powerfully built with long bodies, relatively short legs, and a broad head. There are 9 subspecies and are distinguished by the unique characteristics of their coats, which range from tawny or light yellow in warm, dry habitats to reddish-orange in dense forests. Their coat is covered in dark, irregular spots called rosettes. These spots are circular in East African leopards, but square in Southern African leopards. Their scientific name is Panthera pardus, and they can weigh ranges from 17 to 65 kilograms, 37 to 143 pounds. Elusive and solitary, the leopard is renowned for its magnificent coat of camouflage. Even when guests on safari are in an African leopard's known habitat, they are often incredibly hard to spot. The trackers and rangers are often asked by guests to try to find a leopard, but of all the members of the Big Five, this is the most difficult to spot. During the day, this magnificent big cat lounges in the bushes or on the branches of trees. You can be looking right at one and not see it. During the night drive, the trackers look for eyes reflecting in the dark, as leopards use the cover of darkness for hunting and moving about. The males and females are both solitary animals, and they only come together for mating when they are more visible and audible, as they make a distinctive, rasping growling sound, and they are so preoccupied with one another they tend to ignore the game drive vehicle. The term regal befits the leopard, and the Zulu name for leopard is ingwe, meaning pure sovereignty. Through the ages, the Zulu king has worn a leopard skin around his neck as a sign of his royal status. Certain other senior ranking members are also entitled to wear a leopard skin at traditional ceremonies. Organizations such as Panthera and Fur for Life have played an important conservation role in distributing lifelike mock leopard fur capes for this purpose. Some facts about the African leopard. The adult female African leopard in the Thanda safari area weighs up to 45 kilograms and males 60 to 90 kilograms. A fascinating African leopard fact is that both male and female are able to bring down game that is up to 3 times their body weight and, even more remarkably, to hoist it up a tree. Kilogram for kilogram, they are Africa's strongest cats. In the wild, they live for 9 to 14 years of age. The males have a shorter lifespan than the females. The gestation period for females is an average of 100 days. They have 2 to 3 cubs at a time, weighing about 500 grams at birth, and they hide the newborn cubs in thick bush or dens until they are 3 months old. Leopard mothers stay with their cubs until they are about 18 months old, when they are old enough to hunt and take care of themselves. The African leopard will prey on any animal that comes across its path, such as impala and other antelope, warthogs, baboons, rodents, monkeys, snakes, large birds, amphibians, fish and porcupines. Leopards don't need much water. They survive from the moisture they get from eating their prey. The majestic African leopard. Fossil records reflect that 4/5 of the big cats that once roamed the earth have vanished. The leopard, together with the lion and cheetah, made their appearance around 3.2 million years ago. Throughout Africa's history, the leopard has been revered as a regal and mystical totem by kings and healers. It's a top favorite for guests on safari, and South Africa is fortunate to have a healthy number of leopards in the wild, protected by the country's many reserves. Thanda Safari is one of South Africa's leading Big Five private game reserves, and the rangers go out of their way to try to find the highly elusive African leopard for guests, many of whom are obsessed with this mesmerizing big cat. Leopards usually rest during the heat of the day in bushes, rocks, caves, or in trees. Their beautiful long tails help them to balance on narrow tree branches, and their magnificent patterned coats render them invisible in the dappled light. As night falls, the male leopard starts calling to assert its territory with 3 to 4 deep rasping grunts, and then they go silent, both for hunting stealth and so as not to advertise its whereabouts to lions in the area. A male leopard maintains tenure over its territory for 5 to 11 years, by which time, if he has not reached a natural end, he will usually be chased off by a younger male. The leopard is a night hunter, fast and agile. They can run up to 58 kilometers per hour, leap 6 meters forward and 3 meters straight up. They have excellent sight and often use elevated vantage points to skim the surrounding terrain for game. On sighting a herd of impala, for example, the leopard assesses the situation and then begins stalking the herd, displaying phenomenal patience and self-control before making a move on its prey. Behaviors. They are strong climbers. Pound for pound, the leopard is the strongest climber of all the big cats. Their shoulder blades even have special attachment sites for stronger climbing muscles. They spend much of their time in trees even when stalking prey and for eating. Both lions and hyenas will take away a leopard's food if they can. To prevent this, they will often store their kill high up in tree branches where it can feed in relative safety. Leopards like their space. They are predominantly nocturnal, solitary animals, but each individual has a home range that overlaps with its neighbors. Males have a larger range, and a single male's range will often overlap with the range of several females. Ranges are marked with urine and claw marks. Female leopards set down roots when cubs are born. A female typically gives birth to a litter of 2 or 3 cubs. She abandons her nomadic lifestyle until the cubs are large enough to accompany her. She keeps them hidden for the first 8 weeks and moves them from one location to the next until they are old enough to start learning to hunt. They get their first taste of meat in 6 or 7 weeks and stop suckling after about 3 months. The cubs continue to live with their mothers for about 2 years. Next time you visit Africa, remember to visit our games parks and have a view of this elusive creature with amazing colors. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and leave comments below.